Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another story time. So I think this is my 5th or 6th story time, but before we get into that, I want to just say really quickly, thank you all so very much for just the incredible and amazing and just crazy support on the story times. The story times have become like one of the biggest things on my channel, and it's just so awesome that you guys enjoy them. And as always, if you like the story time and by the end you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button because it shows me you want to see more. So getting back into the video, today's video is about my craziest experience with Pokemon Go. And it's not just my like experience, dude. It is my craziest experience. And I'm not just that level like 9 YouTuber who is like, oh my god, this is my craziest experience with Pokemon Go. No, dude. I'm like level 25 in that game. And my Pokemon are pretty high level. And I mean, it's like, not that I just play it all the time, but I mean, when it first came out for the first week, Preston and I definitely played this game way more than anybody else, I would say. We were out like 24/7 hunting Pokemon, trying to get good vids. I was gonna vlog it. I never did. I mean, I am just a Minecraft YouTuber all in all. But anyways, today's story is definitely gonna be one of those just weird and just out of the blue ones, because I know it's not gonna be one of those stories that's like, okay guys, last night I went to this church and I was live streaming and I saw somebody get murdered in a truck and the guy was playing Pokemon Go and he offered to trade my Snorlax for the dead body, and I was just... No. It's nothing like that. So anyways, this story, let's start off. Let's get a good background going. Let's get the scenario, the scene, all right? So setting the scene, Preston and I were out on a Friday night and we were walking through the town that we live. We'll call it Chairville. I guess we can call it Chairville because I really don't want to disclose the location. Somewhere in Texas, I'll just tell you that. But anyways, the game was pretty much brand new. Pokemon Go had came out like 3 days before, and everybody and their mother's dog was playing it, right? Every single person was hopping on this game, including the people who really never came outside who were playing it. I mean, no problem with that. Props to them, dude. There were a lot of people from tons of different backgrounds coming together in one social setting, you know? So of course it's gonna be a little bumpy and a little weird. But anyways, continuing on setting up the scene, Chairville, which is where I live basically, is a really nice and just quaint place, right? So it has a ton of Pokestops because right next to the place I work from is a main street with tons and tons of Pokestops. Like I said, there's shops everywhere, there's gyms, there's stops, there's everything you could ever think of. And so of course, since it's like 3 days in, everybody is playing this game and everybody is in Chairville. Everybody's just playing in Chairville because apparently it's one of the most popping spots. So the night before, Preston and I had went out at like 12, and this must have been a Thursday, at like 12 at night, right? And there were still hundreds of people playing, and it was so much fun. Like, we caught a Blastoise, we caught all this stuff, but we figured that we go back the next night, try to hatch some eggs, try to do the same thing. So on Friday night, we go out to Chairville, and we start walking our path, which is just basically where we walk to catch those Pokestops, right? It's pretty early on into the night, and we start to drop some lures. So, of course, when you drop lures, everybody who's playing Pokemon Go in the area is gonna more than likely try to like follow the path you're taking or go to those Pokestops, because lures, if you didn't know, are like what draws the Pokemon in. So we pop down some lures, we do about a block around our walking trail where we catch some Pokemon, and at the beginning of our second lap, we come across a group of very strange people. So the way we ran into these people, I think we saw some sort of like cool Pokemon. It was like a Pinsir, which at the time was really cool, but now it's just like, you know, it's a Pinsir. Who cares, dude? Back then, it was like a big deal. If you see a Pinsir, you're popping, dude. You're a level 500 or 400 CP Pinsir. Oh, dude, you're rich. You know, like that's huge. Anyways, we follow this Pinsir, right? So we see the Pinsir. This was back when footsteps were still a thing, and we walk down this like side path. I mean, it wasn't on Main Street, and it was like a side alleyway, I guess you could call it. And no, before you guys say, did you guys walk down the side alleyway? No, dude. I mean, technically we did, but it's not like it wasn't a movie. Like, it wasn't scary whatsoever. It's not like I was like, oh my god, should I walk down this dark alleyway? Am I gonna get mugged? No. I literally wasn't even thinking about that because everybody was playing Pokemon Go. I wasn't worried about it whatsoever. Anyways, continuing the story. I'm really good at getting off topic. We see these group of about 4 or 5 people. I think it was 5 people. There were 2 girls and 3 boys. So one of them was a couple, so a boy and a girl, and then there was just like a randy pandy girl, and then just 2 what looked like twin boys, and they all looked around the ages of like 19 or 18 to like, I don't know, 24 maybe, so varying ages. But as we walk up to these people, they look at us and they say, hey, are you guys playing Pokemon Go? And we're like, yeah, dude, we're playing Pokemon Go. There's a pincer up here. And I mean, of course, Preston and I, we're YouTubers. We're pretty friendly people. We're like, yeah, we're playing Pokemon Go. There's pincers up here. What are you guys doing? Are you playing Pokemon Go? And they're like, oh my God, more people playing Pokemon Go. Oh my God. And at this point, I was thinking in my head, I was like, it's like these people are a little bit socially awkward. And I mean, I'm a really socially awkward guy. Like yesterday, I went to Chipotle, and the guy handed me my bowl, and he was like, enjoy, and I was like, you too. So, I mean, I'm not one to talk about socially awkward, but these people didn't really look like they had the best social skills. So they start to follow us on our way to catch this pincer, right? A group of 5 people just following behind Preston and I at midnight on a Friday. They weren't definitely like bar people, but they were definitely like just the kind of weird people you don't want to be around. And one of them says, one of the twin boys says, oh, I hope we're not scaring you. And then the other twin boy jokingly said, oh, no, we're not scaring them, not until I go and get our knife. And at that point, I mean, Preston and I, we looked at each other and we knew that something was a little bit wrong and that these people were not the best people to be around. We literally look at each other and we're like, what? So, I mean, I know it's a joke. It was definitely a joke, and I know I may be going a little too hard on these people, but at Friday at midnight, you don't really want to be joking around about that with people that you not only just met, but people that you're also following down a dark passageway to go catch Pokemon. I mean, it's just a really weird thing to even bring up, right? And, of course, the rest of the group got mad at that guy for bringing up the knife joke. I mean, I hope it was a joke. If that wasn't a joke, dude, I got pretty lucky. Anyways, for the next, like, 5 minutes after he brought up that knife joke, everybody was pretty much silent except for the occasional, like, oh, there's a Pidgey, oh, we could stop at the Pokestop. But I mean, Preston and I, we really weren't trying to associate with these people just because, I mean, it's kind of mean, but they were definitely really odd. We just kind of wanted to be on our own and just get out of there, get some good Pixelmon or Pokemon videos done. You know, it was just, we were just trying to distance ourselves. So the group sort of starts to slow down, and Preston and I were thinking in our heads like, oh, we can walk faster. Like, we looked at each other, started picking up the pace, and then out of nowhere, one of the girls, one of the chunkier girls, not the couple one, starts sprinting up to us, and she's like, hey guys. And we're like, what do you want? Like, what's up? Like, hey, I guess, like, hi. And she's like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys, but my first thought about you is you guys are so pale and y'all have no butts at all. And we were like, what? And I mean, this sounds like really ridiculous, but I'm just trying to stress the fact that this girl was weird. Like, that's the first thing she told us, and it was like kind of an insult, saying we don't have a butt. I mean, Preston has a butt, it's pretty big. Anyways, this girl, the first thing she says is like an insult, and it's a really just weird and out of nowhere talking about our butts. And then she goes on and blabbles about how big her butt is, and like how she's like gonna get all the Pokeboys or something super weird. Like, I just did not want to be around this girl, like, at all. And then the rest of the group ran up to us and they started to kind of surround us, right? So now, since that one girl broke the awkward, quote-unquote awkward anyways, tension between the group, the rest of the group started initiating conversation with us, and Preston and I were literally at this point, like, speed walking, dude. Like, if we were put in the speed walking Olympics, we would more than likely win, just because of how, like, casually fast we were walking. We were making sure we didn't look like we were running, because that looks a little bit rude. But just imagine a group of 5 crazy people following you while you're trying to play Pokemon Go, and they're just, I mean, they're trying to socialize. They're nice people, but they're just not the people that you want to be around that late at night. Like, it's a little bit sketchy, right? So we tell the group, hold on guys, hold on, and Preston drops a Pokestop, and they go like towards this little fountain where we drop the Pokestop, and Preston and I are talking to each other, and we're like, hey, why don't we drop like 5 Pokestops all around here and then just run? right? Like, let's just get out of here, pretend we see some sort of, like, not really cool, but kind of cool to us Pokemon down there, and we just run and leave the Pokestops here, and these people will stay here, hopefully. So the group is kind of caught up with that, and we say, hey guys, like, we dropped some Pokestops, but we gotta go hatch our egg, or we gotta go catch this Pidgey, you know, we're gonna run over there, and we'll be back later. Of course, Preston and I didn't want to come back, you know, we were definitely not gonna be back later, and they're like, okay, see you guys, we'll catch up, we'll be about 5 minutes, and then we'll chase after you, and we're like, what? You're gonna chase after us? No. You guys can just stay here. Just stay here. We'll be back, right? So we tell him that, and then Preston and I go on our little, like, quote-unquote, like, chase for a Pidgey, which in reality was kind of like running for our own protection away from these group of 5 people. And, I mean, we managed to get pretty far away, like more than, like, probably half a mile. And we're a good distance. There's still Pokestops. We enjoy our night. So we place some more lures. I think we placed them really spread out so we didn't attract more people, but we start recording more. We start having more fun playing Pokemon Go like we were the night before, and it was starting to get really fun again, and we kind of forgot about those weird people. Well, next thing you know, it's about probably 1:30 at this time, because we were playing Pokemon Go for quite a while without them. These 5 people, 3 of them are in the car, and 2 are hanging on the back of this car, drive up to us, honking and saying, hey, there's a pincer down there. Do you guys want to come hop in our car and go catch it with us? And when I say these people are hanging on the back of the car, imagine like an Altima or like a sedan, right? With 2 bigger sized people literally gripping on the back of it. Like, that was just sketchy already. And oh my gosh, dude, I'm just ranting at this point. This night was just weird. Preston and I literally were like, at the same time, we both said no. Like, we literally firm, no, we're not getting in your car. No, you guys can go ahead, just go drive down the road, but be careful, don't hurt yourself, you know, but just leave, just go. Like, this is getting creepy, like, asking us to get in your car, like, what? So they're like, okay, we understand, and they vroom off, dude. They literally zoom so fast with 2 people literally hanging on the back of this car, like, what? Anyways, they drive away really quickly, and Preston and I come up with this idea where we say, hey, you know, they're being really reckless and dangerous. We see a police car up here. Why don't we just, you know, tell them that there are some reckless people around here about a couple blocks down and to keep an eye out on them? So we agree to do that, and we go up to the police and we're like, hey man, there's some kind of interesting people up here, like, driving really recklessly. Can you guys go take care of them? And they're like, oh, what? Yeah, we'll go get them. They turn on their lights and they zoom down the direction that those people were in. And Preston and I mean, it was kind of really sad, because I mean, we could have got those guys in trouble. But at the same time, I was so happy, dude. Literally so happy. Like, that was like getting rid of the Pidgeys you don't need in your PC, right? I literally just cleared it all out. Anyways, I mean, this story is kind of just like one of the really weird experiences that could have gone way worse, like I said. But anyways, that's basically what happened. We ended up going home at that moment, so we didn't have to deal with what would happen. We go and we played Pokemon Go for like the next week, and then, you know, Pokemon Go died. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching this video. So if you did enjoy, like I said, and you want to see more story times, make sure you hit that like button. Comment down below some things that I could work on, because these story times, I mean, I'm only on like episode 5 or 6. So, I mean, it's still a little bit different, but thank you guys to the moon and back. You guys are just incredibly amazing, and the support is insane, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, safe, and amazing day. Goodbye, everybody.